Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. In this video I want to quickly look at some charts and analyze them, and let's do it together. Although I've already done something on this particular pair, this boom 1000 index. You can see this on the daily time frame. We already have this setup that played out nicely, and you see it's buying. You can see the market bought impulsively to the upside, then started giving us this pattern. This is a pullback, and this pullback created a descending wedge. You can see this descending wedge that broke out, then came back to retest this particular area where it bought from previously, and you see the massive buys to the upside. The market has been buying from here to the upside. We missed this opportunity. Let's say we missed this, and you see market got to this level. This is another level here. Market got to this level, then came down, still went up. The target is this high here. Why I am very sure the market will possibly get to this high is because the market is actually in a on a bullish trend. The market is actually bullish, so this is just a pullback. So it will most likely have to go above this high to create a higher high. So at this point, what you need to do is just to look for opportunities to join this bullish movement. Just look out for opportunities to join this bullish movement. Meanwhile, this is a daily time frame, so you can easily go to a lower time frame to find opportunities, to find setups that will help you follow in the trend, guys. All right, so if you go down to the 4 hourly time frame, you can see what actually happened here. And going by these, may not really see something to consider. Let me go to the daily time frame and see something. All right, there's a zone right here which the market might react to. Now this zone here on the daily time frame, I hope you can see this particular spot, because market has been reacting along that particular zone. you know we have so many, about how many rejection candlesticks. So market sold from here. Now and here market has been rejecting. So the market might want to react to this particular zone once it gets to it. So it might want to sell from there to a certain level before continuing to buy to the upside. So taking note of that, we can go down to the 4 hourly time frame and watch out for the price action that we are going to see around that spot. You can see the market, if the market on approaching that particular zone, if the market on approaching that zone, it starts giving us some kind of impulsive correction, then we know there's a very high chance the market is going to sell to the downside. So if it starts giving us some kind of impulsive correction, we know it's going to sell, then we may not necessarily need to join the sales, because we hope the market is going to buy to the upside. We want it to sell, create a kind of a pattern that tells us the market will continue buying. Then we wait for a breakout, then we join. You get a breakout and you join in the trend and get some massive spikes with them, some good profits, guys. All right, so that is just it. Then we can go down to the 1 hourly time frame. Mind you, when you analyzing the market, as you are doing the top down analysis, don't forget to always put your trend lines like this too, because um, most of the time market will respect this trend line, would want to come back to bounce off from it to before it continues buying to the upside. Most of the time this happens, so do not forget about this while you're analyzing the market and drawing your trend lines. It's important to put this particular trend line here. The trend line that the trend the market forms after a breakout is important. All right, so let's go down to the 1 hourly time frame and see what happens. Okay, still on the 1 hourly time frame, we do not have anything here. We do not have anything to do here. All we need to do is just to wait. Even when you go to the 15 minutes time frame, okay, you see what's happening. It's trying to do some kind of things here at the 15 minutes time frame, but it's not guaranteed. The market will still buy at this point. It's not going to sell. It will still buy. The market will possibly still buy. I can see buys. If you enter a buy trade now, there's a chance you'll catch some spikes. But I don't want to enter at this point. I want the market to get to this zone. Then on getting to this zone, it should give me an indication it's going to still continue buying. Then I'll enter nicely with a very little um, stop loss, very small stop loss. Then I'll buy nicely. My target will be this particular high. This high here on the daily time frame is the target. This high here on the daily time frame is the target, and the market will most likely get to this spot, guys. Even if with you're entering this trade, or let me tell you guys also, there's a chance the market can break above this zone here without, let me go to a lower time frame. There's a chance the market can break above this zone. That is, it can get here without reacting. So it can go above this zone. So you wait for it to pull back to this zone. If it comes back to this zone, then it will give you an indication to buy. You buy massive, because I think I was mostly concentrating on the market reversing from this point. So the market can easily break above this zone. If it breaks above, then it comes back to retest this zone, guys. Look for a good entry and make your massive profit. You're catching good spikes um, to that target, which is the high on the daily time frame, and that is the resistance point of the pattern the market created during the pullback on the daily time frame. All right, so that is just it for this particular pair. It's very simple, guys. Just draw these lines and wait for the market to do its wonders. You must get a good confirmation before you enter the trade. Like, even when on this daily 4 hourly time frame, there were still opportunities you can use to trade. There were opportunities you could have used to trade. Like, for example, I saw an opportunity while I was moving through this pair. Where did I see that opportunity, guys? Okay, now there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity here, guys. There's an opportunity around this spot. There was an opportunity, but this was some sales. This was sales, and you can see it's actually coming from this zone. And this is a 4 hourly time frame. I will go down to a lower time frame so that you see that clearly. All right, let me just put this one. Okay, then if I go down to the 1 hourly time frame, you will see it clearly, guys. I hope you can see this. It's not rocket science, it's very simple. You can see this. Now the question would be, told us if we measure this, the distance from here, like from here to here, then the profit TP should be measured with the same. The TP target should be, after we measure this, like, should be where we have the end of this arrow line should be around here. But the market did not get here. What the market did, it just bounced here and returned. Now that is why you need to understand market trends. You must understand market trends, like I told you. I've mentioned in this video, in my videos, several times. If the market is actually bullish, then you have this setup for sales. It may not go well, especially for this one. Now if you look at it, you will notice that the market created a trend, and we already have a trend line here. So the market is actually reacting to the trend line. You can see the market is reacting to the trend line as it stops at its support, not just because it had this setup that the market must disobey what it wants to in itself. I don't know if you get my point. So this setup here does not guarantee that the market must move at equal length of what you have here. This will only work if you get a bullish setup, like market was creating this to the downside, then the market is actually in a bullish trend. Then you wait for a breakout to continue the buys. Then it is for sure the market will most likely get to this particular top, then breaks, can continue buying to the upside. For example, if this was a setup, like here, if this was a setup, let me not demonstrate with this to avoid confusion. Let me see if I can get. I think this one will work, but this doesn't really look good. Let me just see, guys. Okay, wait. I think this is the setup here. Let me see if this will work. Okay, yeah. I think it works. Crazy. So you can see this setup here, guys. This thing is about drawing lines. Sometimes when you look at the chart, just try to position your lines and see what it forms. So now you can see for this one right here, what the market did was what, see, like it broke out because the market is actually in a bullish trend. So market broke out, tried to retest this particular zone. You see, it didn't even break above this zone. It just tried, it was dancing around and created this pattern that indicated the market was going to sell to the downside, and it sold a little and got down here, then bought massively. Now you can see the buys went above this particular high here and continued buying because the market is in a downtrend. Please, for your sake, if you try to draw a pattern and you are not sure, like draw your trend lines to find a pattern and you're not too sure about it or not too confident about it, guys, do not do it. Just allow it to avoid confusion. You understand? To avoid confusion, except you see a pattern that really works, like this one I drew here, the one I drew previously, I mean this particular one here, you see something that you are very sure. Like this one, you'll be very confident drawing this particular one. But this one here, this one I just drew, this bearish flag, or is it bearish flag or waiting? You should avoid if you are not sure of. You see the way I placed those things. I understand why I placed them. But if you are confused, do not draw stuff like this. Look for the ones you are very sure that you have really seen the pattern. That's what it's creating. Then you join the trend lines and wait for breakout and proper retest as usual. All right, guys. So that is just, it is very simple. So what we are going to wait for is for the market to get to this particular zone. On getting to this zone, we want to see the reactions, the price action around there. If it's going to sell, if you would want to sell quickly, you can do a short sell, or you wait for the market to give you a confirmation it's still going to buy, then you enter and buy. It's going to buy above this zone. If it's coming from this zone, then it's going to buy above this zone, targeting that high that we saw on the daily time frame, guys. It's as simple as that. All right, so even on the thing on crash 300, let me see, I saw something there, guys. You can see the buys here. Then let's go to the daily time frame, also see stuff, guys. Okay, on the daily time frame, you can see there was a breakout and a retest. The market is actually bullish. The market is actually bullish. Let me see something. Okay, let me not go far. Okay, let's just do this. You can see what the market did. The market did this. Market did this. This will not be too clear here, except we'll go to maybe the 4-hourly time frame. This is what the market did. Let me just guys, let me go to the 4-hourly time frame. I think it should be a bit better there. Let me go to the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, good. This is the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, let's see what happened. This happened previously and the market broke out. See, this happened previously. You see, so the market broke out. The market broke out. Like I used to tell you, this is always a target. So on the market getting to this zone, what happened? You see, it started selling, it came back, got to this this zone. This is where it has bought previously, and you can see it's buying from there again. It came back to this zone and started buying. This is a zone, guys. So the market got back to that zone and started buying to the upside. Usually you will expect the market to come down to maybe this particular level here before it will want to buy. But for the sake of price action, you must try to always watch out to see what the market is doing, because it may not necessarily get to this exact same spot. Remember, there were buys around here. See these rejection candlesticks here, they were buys around this spot here. So this time the market just broke through it a little, then came to the upside. And if you look at the way the market was coming down, it should tell you that the market may not necessarily come down to this spot, because the way the market came down wasn't straight. You see the momentum, it was just coming down, buying, selling and buying, selling and buying, creating this kind of this is a kind of a dynamic consolidation, you understand, around this spot. So I can just, if you want to place a trend line here, what you will notice is that the market actually formed another pattern here. There was a pattern here, there was a pattern right here, there was a kind of a pattern right here. And this pattern, if you duplicate this line, you'll see that we have something like this. We have something like, I think something like this is okay. Well, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. That's not the main concern. My main concern is the one at the other side. All right, so the resistive trend line is most important because I expected the market, since the market is breaking out through that direction. All right, so now you can see there was a breakout. This market was selling. This market was selling to the downside with this movement. You can see, this time around, you see there was an initial breakout. What I want to mention to you guys, lest you fall victims for fake outs. You see, when this market was rejecting here massively, you can see the rejection down here from this week's. Then this market then broke out of this trend line. Then if you go down to a lower time frame, you would think the market has successfully broken out. You see, maybe when you notice the breakout here on the 4 hourly time frame, or let's say 1 hourly time frame of 15 minutes, you would think the market is done. Then you just want to enter to buy. You see what it did? It still came back to sell into the trend line, meaning this was a fake out. So I think I'll do a video on how to avoid these fake outs, guys. So what happened is market sold, and this time around when it broke out, it came back. It did not close inside the trend. Instead, it danced with the rejections. Once you notice that market is also reacting to the rejections again, then this time around is going to buy. So if you go down to the 1 hourly time frame, you will notice that what the market is doing is actually, the market is actually buying to the upside, and now is reacting to this particular highs here. It's reacting to these highs here. It's reacting to these highs here. Then if it goes above here, which I expect it to do, it will buy massively to the upside. It will buy massively to the upside, although there might be some reactions around this point first, like it might want to sell down to maybe somewhere around here. Might want to sell some to somewhere around here. Let me just put this. The market might want to sell to somewhere around here. So if it can sell to somewhere around here, then we expect it to continue buying to the upside. We expect it to continue from that point. We look for the price action that is happening there. Then we want to see the market buy to the upside, and we know where the target would be. You remember our strategy. If the market is buying, is breaking out, then the target, and the market is bullish, then we expect the target to be this spot here, this high here. So we expect the market to buy to this particular area here. So all we need to do is just to wait for an opportunity. Wait for an opportunity. Let the market give you the opportunity. Don't create the opportunity for yourself, guys. Just wait for the market to give you the opportunity. Then once it gives you that opportunity, you place a trade. You place a trade and buy nicely to the upside. The minimum lot size for this crash, 300, I think is 0.5. So you can get a nice entry. Let's say at this particular spot here. Let me see. No, I won't use 5.0. All right, let's see something 0.5. Then the minimum lot size, if you enter the trade around this spot, see the minimum lot size, which is 0.5, can give you up to $100. Oh, this is $96, almost $100. To get to that high there. Then if the market gets to this high here, then if the market still wants to remain bullish, it will break above it. It will break above it, then comes back to retest. Then you look for another opportunity, you continue buying. But if it gets to this point and start giving you some confirmation it's going to sell back to the downside, guys, enter a trade and start selling it again down. So that is how it works, guys. Just always try to follow these simple instructions. You go to a higher time frame, just move within time frames, try to avoid fake outs, like the fake out we saw on the 1 hourly time frame. On the 4 hourly time frame, look at it here. Look at it here. You would most likely have entered a trade when you saw this happening, because you would think the market broke out and bought to this level and pulled back and closed outside the trend line. So there's a chance it's going to still continue buying to the upside. But until you go to the 4 hourly time frame, that's only when you will know the market is not yet done selling. You understand? So you need to move between time frames to know when the market is done selling and or buying, or when it is actually creating a fake out. And this thing I'm also showing you, if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, you really believe the market actually broke out of the trend line. On the 15 minutes time frame, you see, you really believe the market broke out of the trend line. Look at that spot here. You can see. Meanwhile, on the 4 hourly time frame, it is just a week. The market came back down into the trend. So you need to take note of all this and always be, careful when you're analyzing the market, and because whatever you analyze will influence whatever trade you will take. Okay guys, so please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Peace out.